So you're looking to move to the friendly city, aka the Fruitland Park. Well, in this video, I talk all things Fruitland Park. Let's have a look. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of Orlando Living with Dee. And if this is your first time watching our videos, press that thumbs up button because we bring you community videos all throughout Central Florida, Ocala, Tampa Bay area. We try to give you a point of reference if you're looking to move into any of the suburban areas. We talk about school, hospital, shopping, dining. And today we are in the friendly city, aka Fruitland Park. So when it comes to Fruitland Park, the zip code for Fruitland Park is 34731. You're just about an hour to the Orlando International Airport, just about an hour 30 minutes to an hour 45 depending upon traffic on the dreaded I-4, or if you're taking the expressway, it really depends. So it could be anywhere from an hour 30 to an hour 45 minutes. You're just about an hour 15 minutes to all the major parks that Central Florida has to offer, and you're just about 50 minutes to an hour to the downtown Orlando. Now, the friendly city of Fruitland Park is actually located on US 27 and 441. You have on the south and on the east, you have the Villages, which is one of the major cities, one of the major icon for the Ocala area. It brings in a lot of people, especially a lot of people that are retiring. If you haven't watched my video on the Villages, make sure to check that out because I've done a very detailed video about the life in the Villages. We talk about school, hospital, shopping, dining. But when it comes to the Fruitland Park, it's just an outside suburban area. It's a small town. The population of the town is anywhere from 8 to 10,000 at the time of the shoot of this video. It's a lot more affordable when you compare that to the Villages. So if you've been thinking about moving to a beautiful, the sunshine state of Florida, then this could be a really good option because what you would get in Fruitland Park would be a lot better. And if you are looking to buy that brand new home anywhere in Central Florida, Tampa Bay area, make sure to check out Orlando Home Show. That's where I bring you 8+ videos all throughout Central Florida, Tampa Bay area, and also Ocala. Now that the zip code is done, let's talk about school, shopping, dining, hospital, everything in between. So for all my history buffs out there, do you know that Fruitland Park used to be also called Gardenia? Now the city is known as one of the friendly city. Actually, that is the slogan for Fruitland Park, the friendly city. And it's because of all the events and the community. It's a very tight-knit community with a population of just about 8 to 10,000 people. And they have a lot of events. They have events during the Easter time. They also have the fall event where you have the Halloween party. So it's just a very close-knit community when you compare that to the neighboring town of Leesburg or to Ocala or the Villages. There's not a lot of hustle and bustle. It's just a quiet community. And if you like your surroundings to be a little bit more quiet, more close to the nature, more of a family-friendly community, then this is definitely one of the top contenders. Now back to the video. So when it comes to real estate and real estate value, at the time of the shoot of this video, the average median price is about $383,000. The average sold price is just about $340,000. And guys, I know what's happening in the market with the way that things are. I'm shooting this right outside a brand new community with Park Square Home. They're building another phase. They just opened it up, and you can actually get a brand new home, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, about 13 to 1400 square foot and lower, $310,000. Also going all the way up to 2,000 square foot on a 50 by 120 lot to about $383,000. Now, the best bang for your buck in this current market is going to be on an inventory home. If you are looking for that brand new home, make sure to check out Orlando Home Show. That's where I bring you 8+ videos for all the new models throughout Central Florida, Tampa, Ocala, and Orlando areas. That's where you're going to find a lot. There are some new communities being built by Adam Homes, Avex Homes, and also the Park Square. You just, with the way the market is right now, and I say this all the time, guys, the question you really need to ask at this point is, does the current prices with the rate works for you and your family? Because you can wait for the market to crash, or if you are looking for yourself as your primary home, you can just get the house and then refinance, because what you need to really ask yourself is if you can afford the current prices with the current rate. And if the answer to that is yes, then that's what, because the average appreciation has been about 5 to 10%. As a matter of fact, in the last 5 years, there has been over 80% appreciation in some of the Central Florida, Orlando, and Ocala areas. And overall in the United States, there's been about 50% more. So if you bought a house 5 years ago, you can see that the appreciation has gone. If you bought it for 100, it's now 150,000. So you may or may not like or may not agree with what I have to say, but I'm saying this because I'm in this market every single day and I see what's going on. I have clients that had been waiting because when the rates were super low, the prices were high. Now that the prices are still high, they haven't really come down as low as they had. And they're like, oh, the rates are high, so they're waiting. So when the rates do come down, which I do believe it will, probably maybe sometime towards the tail end of next year, but with the way the inflation is, with the way the things are, I don't think that the price is going to have, because we are so underbuilt in the Central Florida, Ocala, Tampa Bay areas, that there's a lot of people that are moving into. I hope this makes a lot of sense. Now that the real estate is done, let's talk about school, hospital, shopping, and dining. As a father of two small kids, I know having a good infrastructure with school and university is really important to any city that you move in, especially when you have kids that are going to school. So when it comes to the schooling infrastructure in Fruitland, I'm standing right outside the Fruitland Park Elementary School, which is from kindergarten to the 5th grade. And that is the only school. They do have a private school just down the road, but for the major infrastructure for schools, you do have to go to the neighboring town of Leesburg or to the villages or to a certain degree to also Lady Lake Park, because it doesn't really have a big infrastructure. It's basically an overflow for people that can't afford the villages or do not want to be in the villages because of a lot of deed restrictions. They kind of move in the suburban area just down the road. So you're about 15 to 20 minutes to all the major stuff. So this kind of works out well. So it's really dependent upon your situation. And if you have kids that are going to be going to school, or if you are retiring, because it's a quiet town. Now that the school is done, let's talk about hospital, shopping, and dining. So I'm standing right outside the UF Health Leesburg Hospital. Yes, I am in Leesburg because Fruitland Park is just a very small town north of Leesburg. You're just about 10 to 15 minutes to this hospital, which is about 350-bed hospital and is one of the major hospitals that serves the town of Fruitland Park. There's not a major hospital in Fruitland Park, but you're also not very far to the villages, which has a really major infrastructure with hospitals and adult health care and everything else. You also have Pinnacle Home Care. So just keep in mind that you have these private practices all throughout, scattered in the villages, in the Fruitland Park, in the Lady Lake Park. So it's just, you're not going to find what you would in a major city such as Orlando, Kissimmee, or Ocala for that matter. So this is one of the major hospitals. Now that the hospital is done, and I know that when you are moving into any town, it's really important that you want to make sure that it has a good infrastructure in terms of the healthcare, with everything that has gone and everything that is going on with the health. It is really important. So just keep those things in mind. If you need a place like right next to you within 5 minutes, then this may not work. But if you're okay with 10-15 minutes of drive time, then this probably could work, because the beauty of that is just a small town. There's not a lot of song and dance as you probably would see with Orlando, with all the parks and everything that is. Now that the hospital is done, let's talk about shopping and dining. So when it comes to the shopping and dining experiences right here in Fruitland Park, there's not a major mall or outlet malls located. In order to get a much better experience for shopping and dining, you may have to go down the road to the villages, which has a much better infrastructure. I'm standing right outside Fruitland Park Plaza, which has Appliance Direct, Dollar General, New York Deli, a spa place. You have these little independent open plazas throughout US 27 and 441. But for a greater experience, you do have to go to the neighboring city of the villages, or also to Leesburg. I hope our video brings in a lot of value for you. If they do, please press that thumbs up button. It's free for you, but it's going to help us immensely. We bring you community videos, kind of give you a point of reference if you're thinking about moving to any part of Central Florida, suburban, Orlando, Greater Orlando, Ocala, Tampa Bay area. We spend a lot of time researching and giving you some basic idea so you can make a decision if this place is going to be good for you or not. So I hope this makes a lot of sense for you. And if you are looking for that brand new home anywhere in Central Florida and Tampa Bay area, and even in Ocala, make sure to check out Orlando Home Show, where I bring you 8+ models throughout the month. We talk about different builders, we talk about brand new communities, different models, and make sure to check me out on Instagram and TikTok now that I'm doing my song and dance over there at Dee Gupta Orlando. Until the next community video, we appreciate you watching. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.